I found the craziest hidden secrets within your favorite Disney films, and once you see this, you'll never see Disney the same again. There are hidden Mickey Mouses within the Lilo and Stitch films. If you take a closer look at these hieroglyphic markings within the background, look at this. One of them is actually a Mickey Mouse head. How do people notice that? But that's not all. There's a Mickey Mouse picture within Lilo's bedroom wall. That's so cool. Oh my gosh. So on the grapefruit sign, the A letter is actually a Mickey Mouse head. And there's even one hidden within all of these melons. But can you guys spot it? Guys, this is crazy. Within the Inside Out films, these two balls, if you take a closer look at them, contain memories from other films. They specifically contain the marriage scene from the film Up and also his actual house. There are so many Disney secrets. This is crazy. Now, I love Moana, and I never noticed that there's actually the parts needed to make Olaf from Frozen. We have his carrot nose, and you can even see his wooden arms, meaning technically, if Moana ever found snow, she could make Olaf within Moana. You ever noticed this Apple logo? Often you'll see Apple Easter eggs within Pixar films. Steve Jobs was a part founder of Disney Pixar. You can even see the Apple logo on one of the cars in the car films. WALL-E has a literal iPod. And in Toy Story, you can see the Apple logo proving that they're on an iMac. This is crazy. I'm talking about Toy Story, one of my favorite Disney films ever. When he's jumping for the window, you can see on his butt. Okay, I don't know who put that there. If you zoom in, it's actually the Disney official logo. What? Who put that there? So you may recognize this truck from Toy Story. Apparently, it's in almost every Disney film. It appears for a second when the fish are escaping in Finding Nemo. It's even within WALL-E when they're scanning for life on the planet. And there's even an origami paper version within Inside Out 2. What? I bet you never noticed this. So this is Merida from the Brave Disney film. But did you know within the logo, if you take a look here and take a look here, they've actually hidden both her, so you can like see her crazy hair. So like imagine you got two eyes, like hair's coming down there, hair's coming down there, and her mum, who's actually got a crown on her head, hidden within the B and the E of the logo. And if you're watching Toy Story 2 in America, it will feature the American flag. But if you're watching it anywhere else in the world, they've swapped out the flag for a globe instead. And people say Sid, that we all recognize from the Toy Story movies, is potentially, and I mean, it looks near identical, this dead skeleton within the Coco Disney film. I think Sid could be dead, guys. Kind of sad, but I mean, he also was very evil. No way. So in Monsters, Inc., which came out in 2001, Boo, this little kid here, tries to give Sully a toy Nemo. But Finding Nemo didn't come out until 2003. We got a future look at the next film. Even realize? So in The Lion King, the Birds of Zoo says Scar would make a very handsome throw rug. But then in the Hercules film, they literally turned Scar into a rug, as you can see being thrown on the floor. That is kind of scary foreshadowing. And Disney actually did it. And this is crazy. Within Cars 2, they go to a pub in London. Take a closer look at this drawing above the fireplace in that pub. That is actually the identical picture of a tapestry from Brave, the Disney film, as you can see here, except they've changed the characters to be cars within the car version, but all the family members are in the exact same place. I've got a fun one for you. If you've seen Cars, you'll know the King, and you'll of course know the team Dynaco. Lightning McQueen was actually considering joining Dynaco at one point, but that's not where the brand started. I was watching Toy Story the other day, and Dynaco actually originated as a petrol station within Toy Story 1, but it was a different dinosaur. You can see the gas station here, and then the gas station reappears within Toy Story 4, meaning that the Dynaco team from Cars actually started as a gas station in Toy Story. This is insane detail. So check out this map. This is the map within the classroom from inside out. And on the map, you can see there's like little markings, right? Like little stamps as to different locations in the world. Well, it turns out that all of those stamps are actual filming locations from different Disney films. Like Finding Nemo comes from Australia. Bambi, Cars, and Bolt all come from Western America. Like all of these are actual locations from the film. How did anyone notice this? This is crazy. So on this car, it says RMR F97. Apparently, in 1997, so that's the last numbers from the reg plate, someone in Pixar accidentally typed into their computer RM and then -R-F, which matches the reg plate completely. And it deleted the entire Toy Story 2 movie from the Pixar servers. Luckily, someone working on the film had a copy of it on their computer at home. Otherwise, this person would have single-handedly deleted the entirety of Cars 2 from Disney. And this little reg plate is a little shout out to that scary moment. In the Pixar logo scene, we all recognize this guy jumping up and down. After the credits of WALL-E, WALL-E actually replaces his light bulb with an environmentally friendly light bulb. There's a little Easter egg for all of those people that watch right to the end. And this is crazy. In Hercules, the film, they say, guys, relax. This is Hades saying this. It's only half time. Apparently, they say that at the exact 46th minute of the film, which is the exact halfway point of the movie. Look at this. This pizza has broccoli on it. And this pizza has peppers on it. Apparently in Japan, they wouldn't mind broccoli on pizza. Weird. But they would find it more weird to have peppers on a pizza. So they swapped it out. In Zootopia, when he says they've got 10 hours left, he holds up all of his fingers, but he only has 8. He's got 2 thumbs, 3 fingers on each hand. So that's 8 in total. But look at her expression. A little Easter egg. She thinks about it for a second, shakes her head, is like, that doesn't add up, but whatever. On the left-hand side here, you can see the original Lilo and Stitch. She's hiding within a washing machine. You can see the door closes here, but Disney realized this could be a safety hazard if kids actually start hiding there. If you watch Lilo and Stitch on Disney Plus, she's hiding behind a pizza box within a cupboard rather than being within a washing machine, and that is a lot safer, to be fair. No way. This is the infamous racetrack from Radiator Springs, but if you take a closer look at these rock formations here, you start to realize that they are actually forming the shape of old cars. Like, look, this is the bonnet here. This is the arch that goes over the wheel. But hopefully you see what I'm seeing. Only geniuses would have noticed this. So we're going to take a look at Dolores' hand in Enchanto. Now, I've not seen this film, but she has superhuman hearing. So she's clapping with just one finger, so it's not too loud. Going clap, clap, clap. If you clap like this, blow her eardrums out. That's crazy. This is so sad. In Toy Story 4, take a look at his stickers. They're all starting to peel away. It's because Toy Story and the characters in it are really old now, showing that they've been played with and they're actually getting old too. In Inside Out, the stuffed teddy bear that was pulled apart and head ripped off when she was a toddler actually appears in Imagination Land as the ripped off head later in the film. And look at this. More hidden Mickeys. In Lion King 1, you can take a look at the stars to see, wait a second, there's actually a Mickey Mouse hidden in the stars, but only if you know what to look out for. This is so cool. Take a closer look at this, guys. Some of the pinatas within Coco shows loads of other characters. So I can see Mike Wazowski here. I can see Buzz Lightyear, and I can see Woody. Let me know if you can see any other characters there too. Bug's Life. I've not watched this since I was a little kid, but when he enters Bug City, it's like entering New York. There's all these posters on the wall, loads of advertisements, lots of yellow taxis. But did you notice the Lion King logo? This is specifically the exact poster used for the Broadway show version of Lion King hidden within the film. Wait, there was a meme hidden within Inside Out 2. This frame here, okay, how the heck did that make it into the film? It's the exact reference to this meme image here. You know where the guy turns around with his girlfriend and looks at someone else? That's what's happening in this picture. How did that make it into a Disney film? If you paid close attention, in the Monsters, Inc. film, the numbers that were actually used on this machine here was the exact phone number Pixar Animation Studios. I don't think it works anymore, but back then, if you noticed it, you have a direct line to Pixar. And this is tough to make out, but at the beginning of Toy Story 2, again in the stars, there was actually an outline of the Pixar Disney lamp. I'll try and draw around it for you guys. Kind of looks like that there. It's hard to spot, but it's definitely there. So many Easter eggs in these films. In Cars, there's a scene where jets fly over the city. And what's crazy is that if we take a closer look at this section right here, they've actually taken that from their exact layout of the Pixar studios. As you can see, we've got the car park here, main office there, meaning they snuck their own studios into the Cars film. Okay, this is crazy. So one of the rugs that's being carried within the Moana film. Take a close look at the design. That design is exactly the same as the design as the flying carpet within Aladdin. Who thinks of these Easter eggs and who spots them? Now this is cool. Within Enchanto, I've not watched it. I need to though. It sounds amazing. You see all the plates here, right? This is for each family member, and each plate is actually symbolizing their superpower. So we've talked about Dolores and her superhuman hearing, and you can see that with like a little speaker symbol here. You've got weights on the table as well here for Louisa. We've got a candle on the plate here, timer on the plate here. So all their secret powers are baked into their plate designs. Ah, this is cool. So in Incredibles, Elastigirl's first superhero suit was red, and Mr. Incredible's suit was blue. If you take red and you take blue and mix them together, you get a purple color. And their daughter's name was Violet. They mixed together to create their daughter and named it after their superhero suits. In The Lion King, all the lions will have their claws retracted, apart from Scar, who has his claws always out. Cats can basically like make their claws go in and out whenever they want, showing that Scar was always aggressive, always evil, because his claws were never put away. Within Frozen, when the sisters first leave the castle, they sing a song, and if you freeze it on the bridge, you can see the backside of a character here. Now, this is spoilers, but that character is actually the main character from Tangled. I know all of her hair looks long and blonde here, but when she cuts it at the end of the film, the hair goes back to being brown. So we're actually seeing her walking into the castle of another Disney film. In Toy Story, the batteries that are used to power Buzz Lightyear are made by a company called B&L. That's called By and Large, which is the same company that actually made WALL-E within his film. All of these Disney films just working in one giant universe. A genius kid just noticed something. This scene from Up looks like this, right? Rocks, trees, nothing crazy. But within Cars 2, they use the exact same scene of the trees, the rocks. It's used twice. I don't know why, but fair play to the kid that even noticed this. And you may have noticed this cute little bell around this sheep within Zootopia, but there's actually a reason for this. And that's because the leading sheep of a flock will actually have a bell around its neck to guide the rest of the flock, meaning this sheep from the film was pretty important. Wait a second. Did you spot it? You can actually see Rex. He's lost all his color, unfortunately. He's gone like silver gray. Is spotted within the WALL-E film whilst he's arranging his belongings. WALL-E has a toy Rex. We all know that in Moana, Maui's voice is done by The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. But did you know that his tattoos are actually based upon his grandfather, who was a professional wrestler? It's actually crazy how similar The Rock's grandfather looks to The Rock in Moana. And I never clocked this. I've seen Cars a million times, but did you notice the tire tracks for the cloud shapes in the sky? I've never seen that before. That's such a cool Easter egg. In Ratatouille, you'll notice that Anton Ego is kind of a skinny fellow. In fact, yeah, look at his hands, like almost like a skeleton. But by the end of the film, he's looking kind of plump, and he states in the film that he only eats food that he loves, meaning that these guys have cooked up such fantastic food that they've even fattened up this character. And in the original Monsters, Inc., Mike Wazowski's stuffed teddy bear, Little Mikey, which Boo's not allowed to touch, is still on his shelf when he goes to university several years later, showing he truly did love that toy. In Enchanto, notice the colors of the umbrellas. You've got red, blue, and yellow. This isn't a mistake. It's actually the colors of a Colombian flag, letting you know just exactly where this film's set. This is amazing. In Up, Ellie has a circular-faced head and eyes, whereas Kyle has a very square head and square glasses as well. If we look at his side of the bed, everything's square, and on his wife's side of the bed, everything is circle. It even goes as far as the chairs, the tables, the lamps, and the picture frame. Such a good little hidden detail. There's a little Incredibles Easter egg within Cars 2, where if you go to the Radiator Springs drive-thru, the Incredimobile film is being shown. There's even a Mulan Wok, as in like the Mulan Disney film, as a restaurant hidden within the Lilo and Stitch film. And in the Princess and the Frog film, Aladdin's carpet is actually being hung out to dry by one of the characters outside. And in Tangled 3, there are several books dotted around the room here that are actually specifically Sleeping Beauty, Little Mermaid, and the Beauty and the Beast. And there's a tiny Mike Wazowski little wooden Easter egg within the film Frozen. And in Big Hero 6, there's a wanted poster, which weirdly enough actually shows hands from Frozen. Guys, these are blown my mind. I've had so much fun going through them with you. But there's way more cartoon secret Easter eggs that I share in this video here. You have to watch it before I disappear. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you on another video.